Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are doing a Sacramento Kings off-season rebuild in NBA 2K25. So we have two more teams that got eliminated from the playoffs, and now we have to rebuild the off-season, and that is the Sacramento Kings and the Dallas Mavericks, and I did all the East, I believe so. I did the Bulls, and I did the Atlanta Hawks, which means we just only have the Western Conference with the Kings and the Dallas Mavericks that got eliminated. So let's simulate the playoffs and see who wins the NBA championship first of all. I know we'll start talking about the offseason. But the Knicks going to win the championship. As you know, the Lakers are down 1-0 to the Timberwolves. It's just game one. Trust me. They're not shooting 50% from three again. They're a really streaky team. So I'm calling it. We're going to win this series in six. We're not losing this series. Trust me. I'm calling it here. We're not losing this series, man. I've seen when LeBron and Luka go down 1-0 and then they just win the series. It's just game one, guys. Nothing crazy. But so heading into the draft lottery, though, so we are actually not going to have our first round pick this year, I believe. So it's top 12 protected. So if it goes inside the top 12, we get it. But if it doesn't go out of the top 12, we don't get it. So which means so it's not in the top 12, so we don't get that pick. It ends up being the 13th overall pick. So that's even worse for the Kings. They might not even have a first round pick this year, which is wild. But obviously this team traded De'Aaron Fox at the trade deadline. They got Zach LaVine in return, and I believe that's really all they got. And they also got G. Laravia at the trade deadline. They also traded for Jonas Valanciunas at the trade deadline to get their backup center. But obviously, Jonas Valanciunas is the best backup center in the world. So obviously, they have to give up much. Like I said, this team isn't. You don't really look at this team and say this team is going to win a championship. I'm not say that. Like, they're solid and all, but DeRozan and LaVine should never been paired together again. It's just a weird situation in Sacramento right now. They're going to have to solve. Obviously, Domantas Sabonis has brought up in trade rumors. I think we'll end up trading him as well. But for now, obviously, we have to figure out what we're going to do. So Doug Christie's our head coach. So we can, honestly, I like the idea of going after like one of the coaches that got fired. I know David Adelman is here, but I really like the idea of going after like a Budenholzer or Mike Malone. That's really kind of what I'm looking to do. So that'll be interesting. So Mike Budenholzer or Mike Malone or Taylor Jenkins, you guys, I'd love to go after. So I'm going to make them here as a candidate so we can hire them. And I would love to get Taylor Jenkins, Mike Budenholzer, or Mike Malone. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So the only head coach that was available to, fire in 2K was Mike Budenholzer. Everybody else, they just weren't there for some reason. So we can go after Mike Budenholzer. That's really good at ratings and stuff. So I think we'll go after him. Love Doug Christie, but I just don't think he's really the way to go for them. Said we're going to go after Mike Budenholzer, obviously. Since he's just the interim, Doug Christie, obviously. So want to go after somebody with experience. We got that, Mike Budenholzer. So I'll take that. I would love to get Taylor Jenkins. I feel like he would have been solid, but hey, man, it's whatever. So we'll head into the draft with our second round picks. Obviously, really all we have at this point. So we got like Bogdan, take him, and then I would love to get Jace Richardson if he falls. No, he goes to the Pacers. So Visage, we got Catching. So I guess we'll take a Visage here. I'll leave it like that. So we got a 72 and a 69. Keegan Murray will accept Ellis, Laravia, and Isaac Jones. So we'll accept all these guys. Nobody really want back qualifying offers, but grade C, we got Trey Lyles, Doug McDermott, and Markelle Fultz. So I don't think we'll be re-signing any. The Trey Lyles would be interesting, but I don't know. We got Keon Ellis. Don't want him to be our point guard heading into the next year. I really don't, to be honest with you. So I just think it makes sense to tear this thing down. We don't probably have money to sign a point guard. So the best guy we can sign is like Cameron Payne. AJ Mitchell's cool, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it for me. It's like if we can get a guy like James Harden, that would be nice, obviously, but I don't have the money for that, and yeah, it's not gonna work. So I think the best case scenario for this team to go is we trade away DeMar DeRozan and Domantas Sabonis, and then try and retool this team into something better. I think that's what the Kings should look to do in the offseason anyway. So we're gonna see what offers we can get for DeMar DeRozan. We're probably just gonna take the best trade we can get. I wonder if the Memphis Grizzlies will want to take on DeMar DeRozan. I feel like he'd be a solid addition there, obviously, to fill in their small forward position. They could do this trade where we get Brandon Clark in the first round. This is really all I'm asking for. I think they can actually take him on. So I wonder if we can get somebody like Vince Williams to Clark. So they can't take him on. So we'd have to get Clark, which is fine with me. Let's just say we get Brandon Clark and unprotected first. That's really all I want for DeMar DeRozan at this point. We all know DeRozan isn't on a bad contract. It could be a lot worse than this. So 24 million, 25 million is not bad. He just came off a pretty solid season, having 22 points. Really good mid-range shooter. So honestly, dude, obviously, I think DeMar DeRozan could be used in the league really still at this point. He's still really good. As some Kings fan, I think he's actually pretty solid still. So gonna do this trade. They agree, which is really good. All right, now I do want to get Domantas Sabonis out of here next. So that'd be the next guy I want. Let's do him in the trade finder. See what we can get as well. If not, we might have to put our own trade. But I mean, the Bulls definitely are an interesting team. If they always want to get better, they have smart Domantas Sabonis, but it looks like we might have to make our own trade for Sabonis. I mean, the Hornets actually make some sense. They won 100% on Mark Williams, though, so maybe we can make a trade with Charlotte. Let's make a trade with Charlotte. So I would love to get Nick Smith in this trade. T-John Salon. They drafted Ace Bailey, so they can get even better here. So, yeah, I like this versus the Hornets. They get Domantas Sabonis as starting center. That's actually really good for them. So, yeah, we get Nick Smith, T-John Salon, obviously, and that'll probably be, so let's say we get, I don't know, this guy, Sergio, and then how about this Grizzlies pick, and then their 2027. I would love to have one of their picks. Let's say 2026 unprotected. So, and then maybe our future, this 2029 pick as well. What do they say to this for Domantas Sabonis? So I hope they say yes to it. So, we're contending? What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Okay, we just made trade with the Pelicans versus Bonus. I just offered it. I didn't expect them to say yes to it, but big trade. We got it done. So we just traded away Domantas Sabonis. We had to trade Keon Elledge. I was fine with, man, and Isaac Jones in 3 seconds. But we got in return an expiring contract, the CJ McCollum, which is whatever. We got VJ Edgecombe, Antonio Reeves, and a first-round pick. So really, what I'm happy about this trade is we ended up getting VJ Edgecombe, obviously a guy that could develop us for the future and be good. So just like that, we basically get we got the 5th overall pick in the draft from the Pelicans. So thank you, Noah, for that. But man, that's crazy. So I guess we can do now is we can move McCollum to point guard. I guess he'll play that position for now because we don't really have nobody else to play that. Obviously, this team isn't going to be. I want this team to be as bad as possible. Do we have our pick next year? I guess we can figure that out right now, actually. So we do have our pick next year. That's why I want to be as bad as possible. So we have McCollum, Devin Carter. We have Levine. Obviously Malik Monk still here. I do want to get rid of him probably at the trade deadline though. We got VJ Edgecombe and then we got Jay Laravia, Keegan Murray, Valanciunas will start at center this year, but it's nothing crazy. So I do want VJ Edgecombe to play and probably start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move Levine to small forward, and then obviously VJ Edgecombe will start out the 2. Malik Monk will come off the bench. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do here. So yeah, Malik Monk. I want to do it now, so it'll just be, don't have to worry about it later. So I put a no or a forced non-start thing on Malik Monk for 1 season. That's it. And then he'll come off the bench. Then Edgecombe will start at the 2, slide in right there. Then I don't even sign anybody afraid. We do have like guys like Bryce Sitsabah here, which is crazy. But I don't think we're gonna sign them right straight to play progression because I want to. I said trade Zach LaVine and Malik Monk at the trade line. They're both down. CJ McCollum is down, which was expected. We probably could have even got more if I would have waited until player progression to trade him. Because if he was going to go down this much, he probably could have gotten another first-round pick out of him. I just noticed that. But at the end of the day, from the return I got, Valanciunas is down. We got Devin Carter, Laravia, Antonio Reeves going up, and then Isaac Crawford going up as well. So, yeah, this team isn't going to be great. Not at all, but that's all part of the plan. Hopefully we can land AJ DeBonsta or Kimmer Boozer or Darren Peterson. Any of those would be nice. In this 2026 draft class, obviously Elijah Arena as well. We'll head straight into the season whenever this thing wants to load, as it does. Let's head straight into the rotation. So I literally thought we put it in force not starter or Malik. I'm actually so confused. So I guess we have to wait till the regular season to do it. Man, I don't know, but we're going to put it on there again. I don't know why I did that, but we got CJ McCollum, VJ Edgecombe, Zach LaVine, Keegan Murray, Jonas Valanciunas, Malik Monk, Brandon Clark, Devin Carter, Jake Laravia, and Antonio Reeves, your 10-man rotation. So that's good. And then obviously Malik Monk will be gone at the trade deadline, as well as Zach LaVine if I could find a return for him. He's on a 1-year deal, and I expect him to opt out of that player option. So at the end of the day, we should be off of him anyway. But I would love to get some value out of him at the trade deadline. So that's what it'll be at the trade deadline. We start off the season pretty bad, so that's what we like to see. Go-to team for a Zach LaVine trade is kind of always the Detroit Pistons because they really have a lot of contracts they can get this done. So we could take on Tobias Harris, obviously. After that, after that game against the Knicks, they probably wouldn't be somebody like this. What about him? And okay, so how many do we need? So $12 million. We can take on Beasley, or Jaden Ivey would be cool, but we already have a lot of. I like BJ Edgecombe. So we can take him, or we can take a guy like, let's see, Fontecchio, $8 million. What about Stewart? What about Tobias Harris Stewart? We can get a first round pick in 2027. Like, what is that? I think that's a pretty fair trade. You don't have to give up much, just one Tobias Harris Stewart in the first. Fair enough, I think so. They are gonna. I don't know why this is a trade. Oh, I have to fix the picks. I have to fix the. That's why I have trade override on. I have to take that off really quickly, so it won't be. Yeah, I had to fix all those picks, so I don't have to do it later. That's why I put up trade override because I had to fix those picks. But anyway, the picks where the Knicks, the Wizards, and the Thunder and the Jazz, they always have the picks mixed up, so I just had to fix that really quickly. But let's go back to the Pistons. They declined my trade, which I was kind of surprised about. But we'll go right back to it. Stewart, and we'll offer some second-round picks. If we have to just take on this, I guess I wouldn't hate it. It's just two players, trading a lot of second-round picks to get off. But instead, we'll offer 20. We'll take you 2020 and protect it. How about this? What do they say? They counter me. They want our lottery protected 2028. They can be Tim Hardaway. So I don't only want to trade our own first-round pick. I'll trade one more second. That's really all it. So I can. So they're close to agreeing to it. They're not interested in it. All right. No, if we really just have to take on two players just for them, I would love to get at least one pick. It's one freaking pick. But what about Fontecchio and then a minimum contract, somewhere over here. So what about Johnny? Maybe how much has to be 2.22? So they don't really have that big of a minimum. So I guess. Yes, we might be cooked. So it looks like the Pistons might not be the team. They're usually my go-to team, but what about just I don't know. I don't really want to take on Beasley's long-term deal. What about Tim Hardaway? He's and then I don't know. Let's say these guys go two ways. Johnny Bruni, and then I'll give you guys Alfred Payton, and then I don't know if we've been doing this right. Yeah, so this is not. But he's not gonna go to Detroit, and let's be this. I'm gonna see. We might still send him there, but I want to get at least one first round pick. It might be wishful thinking, but is any other team that maybe have interest in him? I don't know. I really can't find him. Maybe the freaking Pacers, but what can we even get off them? Because obviously no team really wants Zach LaVine's contract, and you get like Neesmith, I guess, or Aaron Neesmith, then. Yeah, they don't really have a big contract. That's the thing. So who has the worst? I would go to the Suns. They have a really bad contract, but I don't know at this point. I don't know if really what Bradley Beal has really solved anything. So I guess we just can't take on the first one. So we'll still send to Detroit, but I guess we just won't. I guess we'll just get some second round picks instead, which we're low on second. So I guess it'll make some sense. So actually, I'm fine with that. So what about? And then a second round pick for Zach LaVine. This, not nothing crazy. Really, dude. Don't want Malik Beasley, man. I really do not want Malik Beasley. So if you guys could have Alfred Payton in the second, we're taking on contract. Just get me off this good contract. Okay. Thank you, man. We got a Zach LaVine trade done. We got rid of him. At that point, could have just kept him, but I was finally getting some value for him. We didn't really get much, but it's fine. So Malik Monk is next. Still 28 years old, on a solid contract. So I definitely feel like a team would love to have him on their roster. So we got Kyle Kuzma in a first. So the Bulls just want to give me Jalen Smith in a first round pick. The Cavs want to give me Max Strus in a first round pick. So I want expiring. So Rui in a first, trade our second. You don't have to bring back Rui Hachimura, but we could do this. Actually, no, let's trade the Magic. We'll really get KCP in a first round pick. That's the best. or the Spurs would get Harrison Barnes or for. I might like this one better because it's unprotected. So man, there's some really damn good offers here. So Harrison Barnes is a pick, or you can get KCP, which I don't. Oh, I just remembered KCP has a player option, and that always screws me up. That lottery protected pick seems really good though. All right, so let me see something. So we can get KCP and a lottery protected first with a lot of value to it, or we can get Harrison Barnes and a 2027 or protected pick with 2-star value. Honestly, I'm never going to do this trade, or we get this pick 2027. Harrison Barnes, the first round pick. I'm going to do this. I really just don't want KCP's long-term deal. And instead, we get an expiring Harrison Barnes contract that'll expire in the offseason. So I'm fine with that. All right. And CJ McCollum, it's any team. I just doubt it, though. If there's any team that wants CJ McCollum, obviously we can do it. But Zach Collins, we can just get Zach Collins. I mean, I guess the Bulls have some money. But honestly, maybe the Heat. That's one of my options. Maybe the Heat will actually want to not think about it because obviously they have Terry Rozier. What if they give me Rozier? And this is wishful thing. What if they give me Rozier and 2 seconds Rozier McCollum? This is like they can have their starting point guard and they just take on McCollum's contract, or they can give me Duncan Robinson if they really don't want him. So Duncan Robinson or Terry Rozier really doesn't matter too much with me. I guess Duncan Robinson is lower overall, so. Actually, I guess would have to be Terry Rozier. So never mind. So Rozier, ready to get both, but Rozier and 2 seconds for CJ McCollum. They want yeah, never mind. We're just gonna keep CJ McCollum, man. But CJ McCollum, BJ Edgecombe, Jake LaRavia, Keegan Murray, Jones Valanciunas, Brandon Clark, Tobias Harris, Devin Carter, Isaiah Stewart, and Harrison Barnes will be the rotation for the rest of the season. And then shot tendencies, Keegan Murray. But I want BJ Edgecombe to score the ball the most, so I'm gonna want to give him the keys to the season, and then I guess we'll see the rest of it like that. And I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully, we lose a lot more games, man. No, stop winning, please. I want to lose. SGA is your MVP. Cooper Flag is your Rookie of the Year in Washington. 6 Bengals at Anthony Simons. But at the end of the season, we didn't make the playoffs. What we wanted, obviously. So that's good to see. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to simulate the play-in, not play the game, but. Yeah, that's good. So we finished off standings-wise 32-50. So that at least should give us a fair shot getting less. We'll lose a little bit more games, but that's fine. I guess it's cool. So we'll have a shot of getting at least top 3, I think. But we have 14th BJ Edgecombe. His efficiency, 25% from 3 isn't good. On 1 3-point made per game is crazy, dude. BJ Edgecombe, you need to be more efficient if you want to be their superstar for the future. He was pretty good to end the season, so I guess I can't be too mad. But you need that 3-point efficiency to go up, man. That's bad. But BJ, so 13 with CJ McCollum, 13 with Tobias Harris. So we'll actually have a clean slate in the offseason, which I'm really happy about. Keegan Murray doesn't develop in 2K, so if he asks for a lot of money, I'm 100% fine just letting him walk. I mean, it's signing somebody else. Thunder going to win the championship, but CJ McCollum is gonna retire. So that sucks for him. He didn't even win a championship at the end of his career, but he's gonna just retire, which I guess was let it happen, right? So he'll just retire, which is interesting. But draft lottery time. We are projected the 5th overall pick, as we're gonna finish with the 3rd overall pick. That's huge. 3rd overall pick is amazing. Budenholzer will keep. I guess we just hired him, so we can't really do what the Suns do every year. Just keep firing people, just keep having to pay them. I ain't gonna lie, dude. Suns are cooked. That rebuild's coming soon. That's what will be one of my hardest ones, but we're kind of going like standings order, and then the playoff elimination order first. But I don't know. All right. Mavericks is obviously next, but okay, we have the 3rd overall pick, so we're either gonna be taking AJ. AJ is probably going 1 or 2. Boozer is probably going 1 or 2 either. So the most likely scenario is taking Darren Peterson or Elijah Arenas. We'll see though. Number 1 will be AJ. Number 2 is going to be Karen Boozer to the Jazz. So it's kind of knew that was going to happen. So Darren Peterson, Hall of Fame ceiling. So Danny Ainge floor. We got Elijah Arenas, Hall of Fame ceiling. So obviously we can't go. We have to take one of the Cuffs Hall of Fame as well. Caleb Bolson, we could take him instead. But I really think we can't pass up on either Darren Peterson or Elijah Arenas. So I really like the idea of taking Darren Peterson with the 2nd overall pick. So I think that's what I'll do. I mean, we kind of need like a point guard. Can Darren Peterson play point guard for us? He can. He's labeled point guard, shooting guards. We can either do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Darren Peterson with this pick. So Peterson, well, I'm to Sacramento, and then we'll take Drake Powell with this pick. So yeah, we like that. So Darren Peterson and Drake Powell, 79. What overall is Elijah Arena? It's a 78. So we got the better player overall wise. So we'll accept these two guys, Devin Carter, Antonio Reeves, Keegan Murray, Isaiah Crawford, and Jalen Ravia are all free agents. Then do we have Luka money? We do. I almost offered him. I didn't mean to, but we have Keegan, Laravia, Tobias, and Harrison Barnes. We have cap holds, probably on those guys. We could probably get rid of them. Well, let's see our teams looking. So we have Devin Carter, Peterson, and Edgecombe. So we'll move one of these guys to the 3, or move them to point guard. I think we'll end up moving one to the 3. No small forward. We have Bogdan, we have Clark, Valanciunas, Stewart, and a Visage. So what free agents do we have we need to bring back? So Murray, I think we'll end up re-signing Jake Laravia, but we have some cap space. We can take advantage of that. So we don't really have our center in the future by any means, but obviously either one. I'm probably going to move Stewart to the power forward position. He goes up to a 79. So we have that at least. And then, all right, so we probably would need like a starting point guard. That's what I'm looking for. So let's see. We don't really have that here, which sucks. So we can't really get that unless we. And Austin Reeves is interesting. We have Luka money, like I said, but I don't think I'll go that direction. Obviously, these are off-season rebuilds. I don't really see Luka. I don't really see Luka testing free agency like that. He doesn't seem like that type of guy. Daniels, Reeves, De'Aaron Fox. Let's bring him back to Sacramento. It's hilarious, bro. Austin Reeves is interesting, but I love Austin, but it doesn't really turn to anything that crazy in 2K. I don't know why either, but you know. All right, so we're gonna move Peterson, I think, to small forward. So yeah, he'll move to small forward to 81. So we'll start off with that. He's right now our best player, so obviously he'll be good. And then let's see if there's any guy we could like bring in that'll be at least kind of interesting with our money. So Randall, Collins, Portis, Sohan, Jonathan Kaminga's here unrestricted. So it's really interesting. I can't lie. Getting Jonathan Kaminga, that should be kind of cool. No, screw it. Jonathan Kaminga is not. I even asked for a lot of money, so 22 million for like I don't know 4 years. So we can probably get it to less as well. So 22 million, 21 million for 4 years for Jonathan Kaminga. He's unrestricted, so they just renounced him, which is crazy. But yeah, so Jonathan Kaminga just sitting here. I think we have to jump on that, right? So JK, 22 million. Welcome to Sacramento. So we'll absolutely take that, as he will be our new starting power forward for this team. Might even go more as small forward. But I don't want to move him there because he's going to 85. We have to take that, right? I don't want to move him because we have Peterson there. So, yeah, we're going to just leave him at power forward for now. And then we need a starting point guard and probably like some backup forwards. So that's what I'm looking for. So backup point guards available. So obviously like Kevin Porter Jr., Trey Jones, AJ Mitchell, Smart. Okay, so they're all small forwards. So Kelly Oubre, I would assume Lupita Washington, Chris Middleton. Kispert would be interesting. Justin Edwards is here as well. Josh Okogie, I think I saw as well. So some good cool names, but I think we'll end up signing Corey Kispert. I really like that fit of him, idea of him as well. So we're gonna offer him a contract. Hopefully he signs it. He is gonna go with the Wizards offer though, which is really weird, Corey Kispert. But okay, guess it's fine. So who else could we sign? Isaiah Joe would actually be a solid addition as our backup shooting guard spot. So I don't mind getting Isaiah Joe. Let's just see if Corey Kispert signs. So he doesn't. It just makes no sense. So they think they match us. I don't know. But we need a backup guard. So Trey Jones, Smart. I really like the idea of AJ Mitchell off the bench. Let's get him. So I know AJ Mitchell's, he ends up being really good. So we're going to sign AJ Mitchell to a deal. And then I completely forgot about Jalen Ravia. So let's offer him a contract. And then he'll be our backup small forward. So I like that. And then Keegan Murray. I don't think we're going to bring Keegan Murray back. He didn't really develop to anything at all. So we're just going to renounce him, in my opinion. So Keegan Murray will not be back. It just sucks in 2K. Vijay Edgecombe is up. Jonathan Kaminga's up. Devin Carter's up. Darren Peterson's up. Jay Mitchell, Leigh Stewart, Nico Ravia, Antonio Reeves, Valanciunas is down, but we got these two guys going up as well, which is nice. So Visich could, take the role of Jonas Valanciunas, but eventually. But I need Peterson and Edgecombe and Kaminga to be the 3 guys. I don't know if Kaminga will be that guy for us, but with now 2027 draft class, as we're getting farther and farther into this, we need to start contending really, really soon for a championship. So we'll download the draft class. Hopefully this will load faster, which it does, so that's good. So we got Devin Carter running point guard, which I don't love at all, but we're gonna have to deal with it for now. VJ Edgecombe, Darren Peterson, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Clark, AJ Mitchell, Jay Laravia, Isaiah Stewart, Antonio Reed, and Jonas Valanciunas as your 10-man rotation. I'm actually gonna we'll leave it like this. I would love to get. I'm gonna give it to a Visage instead. I don't really see Valanciunas being anything crazy for us. So Visage will get these backup center minutes instead. And then, yeah, that's it. So we'll leave it like that. And I'll see you guys. Shot tendencies, though. Edgecombe is what I want it to be. Kuminga. Love to push his up a bit. And then Peterson as well. So we're going to leave it like that. Then I'll see you guys now at the end of season number 2, I think, or 3. And yeah, we're just your MVP after 35 points per game. So yeah, Ricky going to AJ, six-man going to Julius Randle on the Celtics. Really, they got him on a cheap six-man. That's crazy to even think about, man. But 62 and 20, the Timberwolves. So yeah, Dan is crazy dominating the league, I guess. But we ended up finishing at the 9th seed, so not bad. We're in the play-in tournament. Guys actually were a lot good this year. So we had about 18.5 from Edgecombe. We had about 17 from Peterson, 16 from AJ Mitchell. So I knew he would be good as our point guard. He didn't start. He came off the bench, though. So he could be like our sixth man. That's cool. Kuminga averaged 16. So we had 11 from Jay Laravia, 9 from Clark, 9 from Devin Carter, 9 from Antonio Reed, 7 from Stewart. Only 4 and 3 from the Visage, and he shot poor from the field, and he shot poor from 3. I'm not really concerned about the 3-point. I'm really concerned about his touch around the rim. 37% is crazy. I can't lie. But we're in the plan, and it's something we can be happy about. So can we get in at least against the Thunder? Why are the Thunder in the plan? That's actually really weird, man. They won the championship last year. Now they're in the freaking plan. I wonder what happened. So no more Chet. I guess that really messed them up, but we lose anyway. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So, but the Thunder ain't even in the playoffs. Crazy, but Timberwolves are just really good at 2K, man. That's good to see. Actually, not good to see. We just lost to them as a Lakers fan. Kind of disappointed, but this game won, like I said at the beginning of the video. But we're projected the 12th overall pick in the NBA draft as we finish with the 12th overall pick in the NBA draft. So Budenholzer could fire him. There's actually some really good head coach options out there. So I don't know. I don't necessarily say it's his fault. We have 12 and 19. How about we'll keep him for one more year? I said we'll just keep him for one more year. He has good badges, so I don't hate that. But I would love to, kind of superstar shop, or not superstar shop. Let's say get our starting center. We don't have that now. So I wonder before the draft, they can use either pick 12 or 19 or 21 to get our new starting center. Let's look around the league and see what I can find for our starting center. So Mark Williams on the Lakers. That is freaking hilarious, bro. I know who I want to get, and that is Donovan Clingan on the Portland Trailblazers. So you may be wondering, why the Blazers ever trade away Donovan Clingan? Well, if you look at it, you do realize they have Donovan Clingan, DeAndre Ayton, and Derek Queen as their 3 centers on the roster, and they won't be able to pay all of these guys, obviously. So wouldn't it be interesting to see if we can get Donovan Clingan on this team, because he's only making $9 million right now. We all know how good he can be. So he averaged 7 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game, only 23 years old. And they already have guys like Derek Queen and DeAndre Ayton. So, and maybe they want to get off of maybe they regret paying him that much. So we'll get him while he's cheap, and I absolutely love this trade if we can pull this off. So I would probably throw, let's see, so we might not be able to do this unless we just take him on. We could. So we'll offer pick 12, we'll offer 19, and then we might have to accept this team option. Oh, I did not mean to enter the draft. Damn it. Oh, well. So I didn't mean to enter the draft. I meant to just do something else. But we'll just draft players they probably have interest in. So Taj Ariza, Diop, and then I don't know who's here. Jordan Smith Jr. So hopefully they have interest in those 3 guys. So we'll trade him right to them after we accept these team options. Okay. Let's go back to the Blazers, and then let's see if we can make... Damn, bro, I'm messing up right now. Okay. Go out to the Blazers and see if we can trade for Donovan Clingan, like I said. So we can trade this Diop, or we can trade... Taj Reed is someone I actually like to keep. So Jordan Smith, and then, I don't know, Drake Powell, and then this Chuck Samuels guy, and then... I would love if we still have those picks, but how about just 20 29 protected, and then the 2031 are protected for Dominic Klingen. They decline. They're contending. That's so dumb, man. I'll trade Diop instead. Yeah, it's really good value. So what if they just say yes to this? We'll trade Diop, and we'll also trade away. That's isn't that everybody I drafted? Drake Powell. So we'll trade three of these guys. First round pick. They decline. Although this last of this Pelicans pick in there, they agree. So we get Donovan Clingan. It gave up a lot, but I feel like it's worth it at the end of the day. So we do that, and now I get Donovan Clingan while it's cheap. So we have I would love to get a better different backup center though. So all right, let's look at our team though. Devin Carter, AJ Mitchell, two guys I love AJ Mitchell to start. I just don't know if he'll like progress up overalls enough where we like, I don't know, just continue starting parts. Edgecombe, Ariza, that's cool. Peterson, Laravia, that's fine. Kuminga and Stewart is cool. Klingen are starting five, and we need a backup center. So I don't know. We need backup center and point guard is our main concerns right now. So there's not really any good point guards ever in free agency. So we can't even go after one of them if we wanted to. Like Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey's cool and all. Let's see, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. I don't know if I want Josh Giddey though. I mean, maybe Tyler Hero is cool. I mean, I don't know if the Heat are offering him a contract. Giddey has no offers. Josh Giddey. Josh freaking Giddey, man. Let me think about this. No, I guess how much money do we have in total? 39 million. So that's our max contract. We can offer Josh Giddey the max. He has no offer, so we'll probably sign it. I mean, like, he's here, so he's just starting point guard. Any passes? Let's do it, bro. Josh Giddey just starting point guard. And wait a minute. So if we do that, I need to see something. If we do that, then what would that mean for like Devin Carter? I guess we move him to the 2, right? So he'll be our shooter. I don't want him to play a point guard, right? So he'll be our shooting guard either way. He goes up a lot there anyway, so I'm definitely cool with that. So fix these secondary positions. Is Devin Carter's point guard. Obviously, we got Mitchell, we got Devin Carter, VJ Edgecombe, Taj Ariza. I guess he just won't play year one. And then we still need a center, backup center, and a point guard. And I think Josh Giddey fits that really well. So now I think about it, I'm gonna sign him. I think he'd be the best fit of what we need in a point guard. So we're gonna sign him. 36 million, no offers. He signs, so we get Josh Giddey to be our starting point guard. So not something I really do often, but I really, like the fit, and his playmaking is good. He's just averaged 22 points, 8 rebounds with 7 assists, 1 steal, 51% from the field, and 37% from three. So I'm 100% fine having Josh Giddey as a starting point guard, man. So that's good there. So we have our point guard rotation, small forward rotation, power forward rotation, near our backup center. So we'll see Clark, Collins, Diabate, Kessler Edwards. So these options were really bad. I can't lie with you. But maybe we switch it up and get Zach Collins over Clark. So Clark averaged 9.5. He was starting last year, so I guess we can't really. No, Zach Collins is good. No, well, we're gonna get a cheaper option as Zach Collins on a 2-year deal because we'll do that and we'll head straight to play progression. So I like what we got. I like what we had. So play progression. We got Edgecombe, Klingen. We got Darren Peterson going up, Carter going up, Kuminga going up, AJ Mitchell, and then Laravia going up. I'm confident this team can win a championship, man. If one of these guys, is turned to a 20-point per game score, I'm confident we can win a championship. So your rotation is Josh Giddey, VJ Edgecombe, Darren Peterson, Jonathan Kuminga, Donovan Clingan, Devin Carter, Jake Laravia, AJ Mitchell, Zach Collins, and Isaiah Stewart to 10-man rotation. So I like how that looks. Obviously, Budenholzer is our head coach this year. And I've been new. He's been here for a while, so this will be his third year. So our third year in his videos. We got obviously new additions. Starting five was good. Shot tendencies, Edgecombe, Clingan. So everybody's like how I wanted it. So perfect. Then I'll see you guys now at the end of the season, hoping for a playoff berth and a lot of success. You're number one. Luka Doncic is your MVP in Los Angeles Rookie of the Year. It was a Tyrant Stokes, but at the end of the season, he did finish off as the 4th seed, so that's really good to see, obviously. Playoff team, which you want, obviously. So we had about 21 from Darren Peterson, 20 points from VJ Edgecombe, so these guys are killing it. 15 from Jonathan Kuminga, 14 from Jay Laravia, 13 from Josh Giddey, 6.5 assists, and shot 35% from 3. So good stuff. 12 from AJ Mitchell, 10 from Devin Crowder off the bench. He shot about 30% from three. So Devin Crowder wants a big contract. I guess he's been solid in other things on the court, just not obviously scoring the ball. Yeah, 7, 10, and a block from Clinton. So it's what we wanted. And we got 6.5 from Zach Collins and 3 from Stewart. So we're probably going to run a 9-man rotation in the playoffs. Bench utilization has to go down a lot. So that's what we'll do. So Budenholzer, so bench utilization down. And then we could even go 8-man, but we're going to wait on doing that first. So now we got the Lakers are on one. So Luka Doncic, Bronny James is starting at 2 guard. They got Dalton Connect, Tari Eason, Kristen Knack, Bobby Portis, Rhea Hachimura, Keegan Murray's on the Lakers now. So that's interesting. Still not good. Dalvin DiVincenzo and Jared Vanderbilt. So actually a really solid team in LA. So I wouldn't be surprised if they give us trouble. Game 1, we're going to take game 2, going to take game 3, and game 4. So hopefully it doesn't happen in real life though, but in 2K, I'm fine with that. We sweep them. Now we got Minnesota, and Minnesota has Rob Dillingham, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, Rasheer, Gobert, Eldama, Gonzalez, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Bryson Tilley. So we'll see if we can beat this team. So game 1, we're going to take game 2. They ended up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. They have 2-2. They're up 3-2. I'm going to go to game 7 with this team. So game 7 in Minnesota. We're going to see if we can get this done. Definitely think we could. So to go to the conference finals, let's see what we can do. So Minnesota's going to have the lead right now as we're going to lose, man. Damn. All right, so we go pretty far, at least farther than I thought we would. So that's cool, I guess. We got the Pelicans going to win the championship with DeJounte. And Sabonis finally get this ring. We forgot we traded him there, but Sabonis is a champion as well as Zion, so they finally get their ring. Let's go straight to the draft lottery as we are projected, or I don't know if we're projecting any picks at this point. So I guess Budenholzer are doing it. We have the 10th overall pick, never mind. So we got pick 10 in the NBA draft. So I guess we get to draft whatever there. So pick 10. Or we could trade it, but like, what do we even trade it for at this point? A backup, better backup center. I mean, that'll probably be what I would do it for, right? So Zach Collins and like, I don't know, Taja Reza and pick 10. What would that give me? Anything crazy? So Grady Dick, Sadiq White, and Kason Wallace. Okay. DeAndre Ayton, Grady Dick. Yeah, okay, that's it. So we'll draft a pick 10, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. We're going to draft the various Washington. And we'll call it a draft. So and also Jeff Marty Barnes. So 76 overall. It's cool. Edgecombe, Peterson, Chuck, and then Antonio Reeves and Devin Crowder. And then we'll have bird rights. We have Devin Crowder asked for $27 million, and then Isaiah Stewart and Antonio Reeves. I don't really care about because we're not probably going to play them too much. But Devin Crowder is somebody I would love to bring back on day 12. Not ask for that much money, so I'm going to send him to day 12 and see what we can do. So that's what we'll do. And then hopefully he doesn't get any offer. Just don't think he will. I don't think the team will pay him that much. So anything else I'm missing out on? We got Iguodala here, Quinn Post, nothing crazy. So has Fox even signed the team? He's a free agent every single freaking year, man. I guess teams just playing around with him, giving him one-year deals. But all right, Devin Carter now. Let's see if we can give him a nice deal. And it doesn't matter at this point. We're gonna end the video off pretty soon anyway. So 3-year deal. Guess $23 million is cool. And I don't really think he's worth all of that, but if that's what he adds for it, I guess we'll pay it. And then at the deadline, I guess we can explore getting a better center. So Peterson, Edgecombe, Klingon, Taja Reza is developed. So is he a higher overall than? No, I don't know why Scott Devin Carter was here, but yeah. So or we could just do it now. We have the assets to do it. I'm gonna see if we can get a better backup center than Zach Collins, and see if that'll just make the rebuild better. We'll see. Magic center rotation of Derek Lively and David Klingon. So while the Mavericks do this, we're in the year 2029, heading in 2029. So I don't know. I mean, let's hope Nico Harris is the GM at this point. Then he keeps saying defense will change. I don't know. We're gonna see if we get Derek Lively. They agree. I don't care. We got Klingon and Lively as a center rotation for the future. We'll just leave it like that. Let's say Nico Harris is still the GM and he keeps making dumb moves and he completely just gives off Derek Lively. All right, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Wemby is your MVP this year. So, all right, let's head straight into it as we are the number 2 seed this year. The Suns with Doug Christie. Man, what if Doug Christie and the Suns get a revenge on us for firing him? That'd be crazy. But they have John now. Whole new era there. But, all right, so I think this is we win a championship. We had 25 from Darren Peterson, 20 from VJ Edgecombe, They have to be extended really soon. We already wait. Oh no. We have to resign Edgecombe really soon. Kamingo 17, 15 from Giddy, 10 from AJ Mitchell, 9 from Jalen Arabia, 9 and 7 from Zach Edey. We had 8 from Devin Carter, and 8, 10, and a block from Klingon. So this might be better than Gafford and Lively back when they had Luca, but now obviously, yeah, it's not really. Luca doesn't have some more. We know that, dude, but. We got Utah in round 1. So Keontae Jordan, Dylan Harper, Lincoln, Cameron Boozer, Duran, Collier. So a good team. Game 1, we're gonna take. Game 2, they ended up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. They ended up 2-2, down 3-2. And this is one of those series where we lose in round 1 to the stupidest teams. Well, we have to. I'm gonna go one more year on this. I'm just so dumb, man. Season we ended up being the number 2 seed. Minnesota is 1. They have Jared McCain, and but we'll see what we can do. We had about I keep looking. All right, so we had about 30 points from Darren Peterson. So yeah, Peterson's a freaking dog. Wow, I didn't expect to average 30, 20, 18, 12, 11, 9, 8, 8, and 7 from Jake Reeves. Now I'm going to see what we could do, see if we can go ahead and advance. So we hired Nick Nurse to be our new head coach, see if that would change anything. But we have the Thunder in round 1, so Shea is going to be hard to play as we are going to beat them at 5. We got Utah. Better not lose this team again, bro. Not back-to-back years, right? No, not back-to-back years. We're going to beat them at 6. Okay, now we got Dallas, a playing team, literally a playing team. But Marcus Johnson, Todd Ariza, Julian, his team is completely trash. They have Todd Ariza, which I think we traded him we traded him away. He's averaging some pretty good numbers, but Julian Champagny, Marcus Johnson, like this team isn't good. I know they have AD and Kyrie, which big want, but they have DJ Wilder having 20 points. Bro, if this team finds a way to somehow beat us, we're gonna take game 1. They're eating it up. They're up 2-1. In what world is this team better? In what freaking world is this team? 2K, be so serious. This team or this team? What team you taking in a 7-game freaking series? We would have beat the Hawks, dude. We really would have beat the Hawks as well. Shout out to them. They got the Dales brothers together, but I don't really care, bro. We just freaking lost to bombs. So annoying, bro. Dude, Aaron Peterson. So I would love to keep going here, but man, I'm too freaking pissed off right now about that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Can't have them all, I guess, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace. I don't know what the Kings are going to do for their future, by the way. It might be close.